Hello, the Pioneer viewers. The battles on the battlefield are not limited to military operations and frontline skirmishes. Strategic moves, sometimes made at unexpected moments, can radically change the overall course of the war. The Ukrainian army has managed to maximize the impact of these strategic moves in its recent operations against Russian forces. In particular, the high-precision strikes carried out by HIMARS missile systems have had a major impact by targeting not only military facilities and infrastructure, but also the strategic weapon systems that the Kremlin is so proud of. A video that has recently gone viral on social media has provided important footage of one of these impressive operations. The video showed Ukrainian HIMARS missiles directly hitting a highly valuable Russian weapon system. The attack has severely damaged not only Russia's military capacity, but also its psychological superiority. The shocking images, especially around the Kremlin, clearly show how weak the Russian army has become both morally and strategically in the war. This pinpoint move of the Ukrainian army is considered as a major challenge to Russia's military power. Such effective use of HIMARS missile systems by the Ukrainian military may cause Russia to reconsider its plans on the battlefield. Such Ukrainian strikes not only destroy specific military targets, but also call into deep question the reliability of the strategic systems that Russia claims to be strong in warfare. Such operations give Ukraine a significant advantage in the psychological dimension of the war, giving it the moral high ground. How can Russia's heavy losses change the course of the war? What opportunities might Ukraine's psychological and strategic superiority on the ground offer in future operations? How might these attacks affect the Russian military's new operational plans? We'll share with you the possible changes in the course of the war and the implications of such attacks for both Ukraine and Russia. Let's take a look at the latest developments. Before we get into our report, though, a quick reminder, the Pioneer team is definitely real. None of my team members or me are artificial intelligence. There's no doubt that AI is extremely advanced, but it's still not as good as us. By the way, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our daily reports and explanations. We do read all the comments you leave on our videos, so please continue to share your ideas about our content in the comments section. Tell us in the comments what content you'd like to see on the Pioneer channel. And now let us begin if you're ready. The Pioneer reports. The Ukrainian army's latest attack with HIMARS missile systems has caused serious damage to Russia's critical defense infrastructure, while providing important clues about the course of the war. Newly released footage shows how Ukraine has been able to effectively use the advanced weapons it received from the West. The footage shows the Ukrainian military targeting a Russian Buk air defense system with HIMARS missiles, a strategic move that could change the course of the war. Footage of this striking attack was recorded by unmanned aerial vehicles and shared on Ukraine's official X account. The video highlights the moments when the HIMARS rockets are aimed at the Buk missile launcher with high precision and hit with pinpoint accuracy. The moment the missile system explodes, dense clouds of smoke and flames surround the area, while the Buk is seen disappearing with bright sparks. The operation was widely hailed as an example of Ukraine's successful strikes against strategic targets. Ukraine's defense ministry reinforced the impact of the incident with a social media post following the remarkable strike. The destruction of a Russian Buk M2 air defense system is of course good, but the destruction of a Russian Buk with a spectacular fireworks finale is truly amazing. This statement shows that Ukraine is not only celebrating the military success, but also presenting it as a symbolic victory. Although there has been no official statement from the Russian side, the shock effect of the attack is already visible in Moscow. These images, which spread rapidly on social media, show how difficult the war has become for Russia. Some reports suggest that the attack took place in an area close to conflict zones such as Luhansk, while other sources suggest that a strategic area near Zaporizhia was targeted. Whatever the location of this attack, the loss of the Buk, one of Russia's most important defense systems, has dealt a serious blow to Moscow's air defense capabilities. The Buk system is known as one of the most advanced air defense tools of the Russian military. Since 2008, it has been an important part of Russian defense strategy, capable of neutralizing air targets at a range of 2 to 45 kilometers. By deploying the Buk system at critical points in the war, the Putin administration aims to both create a protective shield against airstrikes and stop Ukraine's advance. However, this successful attack by the Ukrainian army dealt a significant blow to Russia's defense power on the battlefield. Russia's loss of the Buk M2 and the more advanced Buk M3 systems has significantly weakened Moscow's air defense power. This loss represents a major blow not only in terms of military prestige, but also in terms of operational flexibility. The loss of such a sophisticated system creates uncertainty about the shape of Russia's defenses against future attacks, and the Kremlin will have to spend significant resources to rebuild its defense capacity in strategically important regions. However, Western economic sanctions and supply chain problems make it difficult for Moscow to fill the gap. Ukraine began using HIMARS systems as a part of U.S. military assistance. These high-precision missile systems play a key role in Kyiv's efforts to retake occupied territories. HIMARS has proven to be highly effective not only against ground targets, but also against Russia's air defense systems. Ukraine's effective use of this weapon shows how successful it can be on the ground with support from its Western allies. Advanced weaponry from Western countries, as well as intelligence support from NATO and the United States, increases the operational effectiveness of the Ukrainian army. The damage caused by HIMARS to the Russian defense infrastructure is considered not only a military, but also a psychological blow. Such strategic moves show that Ukraine has the potential to turn the war in its favor while seriously undermining Moscow's operational power. The prolonged Russian occupation of Ukraine continues to put pressure on the Kremlin's military and economic resources. The loss of expensive and sophisticated equipment, such as the Buk systems, increases Moscow's cost of war and makes it more difficult for Russia to show flexibility. Successful Ukrainian military strikes against such targets have the potential to turn the tide of the war against Russia. In particular, the use of high-tech systems such as HIMARS once again demonstrates the importance of Ukraine's cooperation with its Western allies. What do you think? Do you think Ukraine should be provided with more HIMARS systems? How could the destruction of Buk systems affect the Russian military? Let us know in the comments. We read and care about your points of view.